Welcome to the Story-Eyed Podcast. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Jen. On this show, we talk about all things Williams syndrome. We're excited to share our community with you. Thanks for being here.
This is going to be a really interesting podcast listen then. Was your voice like this the entire time?
No, my voice was a little bit better.
Oh, good.
And luckily, I let everybody else talk.
Oh.
I just gave them questions and let them talk. Yeah, so this episode, what a perfect time to do a Joel-centric episode.
Yes.
Perfect. This is exactly what our listeners want. But no, I was down at Camp Blue Skies down in Georgia on the Williams Syndrome Week. And there were about 75 adults with Williams Syndrome down there. And some spectacular volunteers, including some college kids from Georgia Southern University.
Nice.
Awesome.
And I was able to sit down with Dick and Brent Sesler.
Yeah.
Dick started the camp.
Right. Yeah.
Had a wonderful conversation with them. I think you're really going to enjoy it. And then what I did after that was during the dance that was on the final night, I just set up shop outside on a table and invited anyone who wanted to come by to do little mini interviews. So we're going to hear from, I think, about
75 Williams syndrome people because they all came.
No,
Said, where is my camera time? Show me, point me to the camera and tell me.
Thing, but I was competing with dancing the music, so.
Oh, that's true. So.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've had probably about another 10, 12 campers come by. One of the college students came by to talk about her experience. It was really great. So despite what I sound like now, I think it is going to be, I think you're going to enjoy this episode.
He thinks it's the best episode ever.
No. There's the amount of people I had who were like, oh, this is great, but can I talk to Jen and Brendan?
Oh.
Maybe next time.
I do have to tell you guys, last week was my spring break. So my kids and I were at Disney World, and I won't give you the spoiler, but somebody with Williams syndrome works at Disney World, and we were talking to them, and it was like the second conversation I had, they said, well, I'd really like to be on the podcast. And
Yeah.
I said, well, I may know somebody that could help you with that. And they were like, yeah, I know Joel.
Yeah, this person that you're talking about has reached out to me a couple times. And,
but it was like, I know Joel.
Yeah.
AB.
I know Brendan. And I was like, mm-hmm.
Yep. AB. Yep.
But also ask me, I'm part of this trio, but I was number 3.
Yeah.
I don't even think he asked me. He just said, I'd like to talk to Joel about being on the podcast.
Well, I will say that's because his mother has been on this show.
Yes.
Yeah.
His mother's been on the show, and his mother's like, if you want to be on the show, you need to reach out to Joel. So he knows that's the process.
So he's a process follower.
He is indeed.
Are the volunteers that come from Georgia, do those get coordinated through Camp Blue Skies, or are those coordinated through Camp Twin Lakes, or how did those people come to be?
It's through Camp Blue Skies.
Okay.
Now, for several of them, they have done, because Camp Blue Skies does about 4 weeks of camp a year.
Yeah.
One of them is
Williams. Yeah.
The rest is open to all disabilities, all developmental disabilities. So for there were several people there that had done many camps before.
Okay.
But had never done a Williams Syndrome week.
Oh.
And they were just like, this is wild.
Yeah.
This is wild. So, it was a really, really great time. Well,
then I hope everybody enjoys the show. And I can't wait to hear your much better voice, because this one is a little rough.
I know. I'm going to go gargle some more asphalt. And then that's what I feel like I sound like.
Smoke some cigarettes. And...
Yeah. I'm not even Selma and Patty from The Simpsons anymore. Like I was kind of Selma and Patty at camp. Now I got nothing. All right. Well, this is my voice. I hope everyone enjoys the show.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
All right. Love you guys. We'll talk to you. I can't do this with my microphone here.
Good. Yeah. Yes, is that your microphone that you're holding? Oh, it's because you're so quiet. It's probably,
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
like
down here.
this new microphone, and I used it down at camp, and I think it really helped with the audio. So
Okay.
I don't know if it's helping now, but
You can pin it on?
I can pin it too.
It's a lavalier kind of thing. Yep.
Oh.
And then I can go like this then.
Okay, nice. Well, good to see you. Glad you're back from camp. Hopefully it all went great.
Guys, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. All right, we'll talk to you all very, very soon.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Start with you, Brent, if you wouldn't mind just telling the people a little bit about yourself.
I'm Brent Sesler. I'm 43 years old. I have Williams syndrome. I'm originally from Dallas, Texas, but I consider Charlotte, North Carolina my hometown. I've been coming to camp since the first day, 2010. My dad here started Camp Blue Skies with me, and obviously it's such a good camp, and I love doing camp because I think it's a great opportunity to just get away from things, and just be with your good friends that are just like you, that you don't see every day. So camp is such a fun thing, and I work and I do another organization, and it's pretty fun.
Cool. We'll come back to that because you hit on a bunch of points. That's
Yes.
And Dick, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to this.
So I'm Dick Sesler. I'm Brent's father. Brent's our only child. He was 3 years before we had a diagnosis of Brent with Williams syndrome. I'm the founder of Camp Blue Skies. We provide week-long residential camps for adults who have developmental disabilities, and we have one specific week, the week that we're just finishing up, with just Williams syndrome campers. So the starting point for me personally was when I decided, I think at age 50, that I wanted to spend the next chapter of my life serving other people. And I came up with this idea of camps, and camps came from my observation that when someone has a developmental disability, Williams syndrome, and you turn 21, all opportunities for recreation, socialization, just kind of disappear completely. And I thought that I love camps. I like the idea of getting away from home and doing things that you wouldn't do at home. We try to add in life skills education into our camping environment, so you can take home the idea of better nutrition or daily exercise. And that's the beginning. Our business model is that we rent camps in their off season. That's why we're here now in March. We have camps in October in North Carolina, and it works out well for us. Yeah, it allows us to focus just on the cost of renting the camp on a per person basis, and then paying for other things that come with camp, like insurance and all the camp t-shirts and the staff to put on the camp. But you're not having to cover the cost of the real estate for 52 weeks a year.
Do you go to all of the weeks? Do you go to all the camps?
I go to one session in North Carolina. I go to the weekend camp, and the Williams syndrome camp started in 2017. So I switched from the regular session to here.
Talk to us a little bit about what you do when you're not the mayor of camp. What do you do?
I do basically two things. I am, first of all, part of a great organization, Rise Above Fitness, from Jim Guimond and Ryan Boss. They are the founders. They're the CEOs, or whatever you want to call it. I hang out with them, and we do exercise stuff. And then on Tuesday and Thursdays at our local parks, and Saturdays, then we go out to dinner. It's baseball games, basketball games, people's houses. Then I also work for Costco, but I actually don't work for the Costco. I work independently organization that they develop. We do samplings of foods and stuff. Yeah, so it's pretty fun.
How
Yeah,
long you been doing that?
I think April or May of 2 years ago, or 1 year.
So
Yeah,
2 years, good.
2 years.
yeah,
A couple
2 years.
That's awesome.
What'd you do before then, Brent?
I worked at the hospital. I did sterile processing medical equipment, and I decided to just move on.
How many years did you do that?
15 years.
What do you like to do for fun?
Like I said, this Rise Above Fitness, that organization, just hang out with friends and family, go out to eat, come home to his place and have fun, and just have a great time. And
Where do you like to go out to eat?
restaurants like Asian salad, stuff like that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Do you like spicy food?
No.
Okay.
So what TV series are we? We're almost done. We're on our 10th season.
Columbo.
Oh, that's awesome. Going old. Going
My
old school.
gosh, Columbo is such a hero.
Oh, that's awesome. I love
He
that.
he knows in the beginning who, you know what. Yes,
Yes.
hilarious.
How did you get, did you like just
Yeah, we found it in
going
I
back
like
and looking at retro programs?
mystery
so
things.
it's
Yeah.
it's like that's
10
so cool.
seasons.
How do you recharge?
Yeah. So the fun thing that I do with my wife Betsy, who is a classical musician,
Yeah.
who has transitioned into playing the banjo, and so we now go to all kind of bluegrass festivals kind of around the country, mostly in the Southeast, and they're all 3 or 4 day festivals, and we'll see 30 or 40 acts over a couple days, and that kind of charges me up. It's fun.
Do you ever go to the bluegrass festivals with them?
No,
Is bluegrass not your thing?
it can be,
It can
but
be.
yeah.
You just let mom and dad go and do that?
Yeah.
Because my son is our only child too. And so
Oh,
that's-
yeah. I've seen
yeah,
pictures of them.
so
Yeah.
is that something that you and Betsy ever think about, is what happens?
Huge challenge.
Yeah.
Huge challenge. Partly because we're growing older, partly because Brent is growing older. And you have to think about kind of what's next. And you're right, no brothers or sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I have a sister who has 4 children, all married. And so I do everything I can to make sure that Brent gets to spend quality time with them. And hopefully, if the time comes when one of them might step up and help take care of Brent.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of time and planning and getting kind of things in order. But it's also a process, so it's not something that you try to put in place and then you've done it. You've got to keep revisiting it
absolutely.
all the time. You just have to realize that's going to be what the program is.
What are your dreams like?
Stay with camp. Stay with my family, my friends. Just explore around the world and stuff. The biggest travel we done last few years was go to Arizona during Thanksgiving of 2 years ago, and it just explored the whole thing. And me, of course, going to the convention last year was a huge deal for me. So I was very blessed to go to Arizona and hang out there, and then probably go involved with more stuff of my kind of people. So that would be fun too.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like people to know?
Not that I know of. Just be yourself. Don't let anyone come to you and that kind of thing. So
how do you do things on transportation? How do you get to work?
By bus.
And what kind of bus?
Special transportation.
Okay. And then when you want to go someplace other than work, how do you get there? What do you use?
Lyft.
There are some really wonderful things out there that help people with developmental disabilities, help people with Williams syndrome be more independent.
Yeah.
I love that. When others are having big emotions, or having some of the drama. How does it affect you? How do you handle it?
Like you said, remove, this camper and this camper says something, and I just lay in my bed, just wanted, just be me, and not, I'm not a type of, drama person that comes and, oh, this and this and this and this happened, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a relationship person.
Yeah.
Stay away from it. Don't be involved in it. Don't be like the other people. Just be who you are. Just be you. Just walk away from it. Stay away from it. Don't say anything. Just, just be who you are. Be you.
What do you think it means to be you, be Brent Sesler?
Like being happy. Don't let anyone come to you and tell you, oh, you're, this and this and this. Because when I was working at the hospital, I felt I lost myself. I didn't feel like, oh, the happy Brent, jumping up and down Brent, the smiling, hugging, loving, caring, Brent. It was weird, but when I'm at home or when I'm here, I just love it.
And that feels more like you.
Yes. Yeah, you were aware of it. Yeah.
I love that you were able to recognize that in yourself. There are a lot of people from all walks of life who never realize that about themselves, and I think that's pretty darn awesome.
So, Brent, I agree with you that you do a nice job of in drama situations stepping out and not inserting yourself. But on the other hand, I've observed you being very sympathetic and empathetic to people that you think you can help, whether or not that's just talking to them or helping them walk if they're in need of a steady hand.
Yeah.
You do a very good job of that.
Well, I can't thank the two of you enough for sitting down. I really, really appreciate it.
We've been fortunate the last 2 years to have a volunteer, a mother last year and this year. The mother last year came to camp and volunteered for the whole week. And she had just had a Williams child less than a year old. And she wanted to see what the future was. And then this week we have a mother whose child is 13, 14, I think. Mm-hmm. And she's here volunteering just to see what the future is also.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us share Brent's story and our story. And thank you for what you do with the podcast and what you do in the national organization. It's really cool.
Thanks, guys, so much.
Yay.
Hi, my name is Connor, and this is my sixth year at Camp Blue Skies.
6 years? What keeps you coming back every year, Connor?
The fun activities, the food, and all my friends, and just the fun of being with everybody.
Yeah, what's your favorite activity that you've done this year?
Definitely putt-putt. That was really cool. I've never done putt-putt. Tallahassee, Florida. I like to play with my toys. I like to go out to eat, and I love playing with my toys at home.
Do you have a favorite place to go out to eat?
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, you're hospitaliano.
I'm Nick. This is my second year. Next year will be my third year. Coming back.
What keeps you coming back?
Hanging out with you guys, of course.
Whoa.
Do you mean volunteers like me, or you mean your friends?
Hang out with friends, family, hanging out with you guys.
Awesome. Did you?
Let's go party!
Is the dance your favorite?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Showering, getting ready for the ladies.
Nicely done, Nick. Yeah, Nick. That's what we're talking about. What do you like to do when you're back home in Kentucky?
Just chillaxing, watching no TV, just watching YouTube and all of that.
Yeah.
Play games.
Playing games? What kind of games do you like to play?
Mario Kart.
Well, hi, Lauren. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Doing good. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Lauren, and I'm from St. Augustine, Florida. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother, and we all start with L's.
You all start with L's. Do you want to give them a shout out?
Hello, my family out there, Logan Underwood, Lucy Underwood, Leah Underwood, Lainey Underwood, and my 2 amazing parents out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. What do you like to do when you're back home?
Oh, I love to bake and ride horses.
Bake? What do you like to bake?
Cookies.
Cookies. And then what do you like? I'm glad you didn't say I like to bake horses. That would have been good. And you ride horses?
Yes, I do.
Tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what do you?
I know how to trot a horse. So you got to push your legs together, and then you got to do you got to go like to make it go trot faster. So it's really.
How long you been doing that?
For 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm very funny and nice person, so I'll see you guys next year. And I'm excited for the dance tonight.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Party it up.
Well, that's great. Well, keep an eye out for Nick.
Yes.
He apparently is going to be all over the ladies.
Yep.
So, all right. Thanks, Lauren.
Yep.
Carol, how about you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I like dancing. I like going different places. I have a lot of friends, family. I like traveling. I like to go all different states, different places. I've been to Ireland. I recently went to Ireland for the first time. It is amazing. I like it here because you can get away and be yourself, and you can hang out with your friends and just be yourself.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, and then I moved to California. I like to just relax, take it easy, watch TV, listen to music, and hang out.
My name is Jeremy. I am from the Cleveland, Ohio area, and I have been coming to camp since 2015 when they actually had an Ohio camp. And the Williams Syndrome camp, it's a little bit different than the North Carolina camp, but to me it is the best camp possible.
What is it that you like most about it?
All of this, everything, the activities, the people, the food, being able to be with people you don't see often, kind of getting a vacation in, time away from work. I work as a janitor at Cleveland Hopkins Airport and at a vocational opportunity center. I like to play Special Olympics. I like hanging with friends, family, doing activities, and anything that's out there.
Yeah, you are a true adventure seeker.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And where are we going in June?
On a cruise.
On a cruise, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, but it'll be a fun time.
I'm Peter. I'm 29 years old from Whooooole, Kentucky. I attend the Camp Blue Skies Williams Syndrome camp every year. I've been doing this for eight years, and I really enjoy it.
That's awesome. 8 years. What keeps you coming back year after year?
The volunteers and my friends here.
Yeah. What about the volunteers do you like so much?
It's because of their kindness and love towards me, and I think people need to understand that Williams Syndrome is very important, and people should know more about Williams Syndrome and all the things that we're doing.
I agree. I completely agree. What is what's been your favorite activity that you've done all week?
Probably the high ropes. I've never done this one before.
Oh, the high ropes were a lot of fun today. Yeah, I got to watch Peter do that today.
Yes.
So what do you like to do when you're back home?
I love watching trains and just being in my backyard playing some b-ball and watching trains. And of course, I've been the captain on the fire department for 18 years, and we make a lot of EMS runs. That's what we make most of. But we get fires and car wrecks on the interstates and whatnot. I love helping the community. Whatever I can do to help possibly help people know about Williams Syndrome.
Mm-hmm. And you're pretty well known in your community, aren't you?
I am. I got a lot. Yeah, everybody knows me at my work, so I'm pretty popular on my community and stuff.
Hi, everybody. I'm Carl Hansen.
And where are you from?
Massachusetts.
And how long have you been coming to Camp Blue Skies?
For 8 years.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Churchella from Long Island, New York. This is my first time ever.
First time camper.
Yeah.
Carl, first, what keeps you coming back to Camp Blue Skies?
The people.
Yeah?
The people.
What about the people?
Great personalities, like great people great volunteers.
Favorite thing that you've done this year?
The giant swing.
Giant swing. And you did that like 3 times, did I hear?
Yeah.
What about you, Nick? What made you want to come and try Camp Blue Skies?
Well, people had convinced me to try it out, and I was a little nervous at first, and I was like, you know what, I'll try it and see how it goes.
Sure.
And it went well.
You have friends that have come here before?
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. So how was your camp experience?
It was great for the first time.
The best thing that you did this week?
I would say like the activities were really good.
Yeah.
All of them were.
What about
good.
the giant swing?
I did.
There you go.
I'm actually a junkie for those kind of things.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Carl, what do you like to do when you're back home?
Well, I like to hang out with my 2 awesome housemates.
Yeah.
Well, I like to do like some activities, probably go like onto Netflix or Disney Plus.
Yeah, awesome.
And watch some movies or like good movies. Like,
what about you, Nick? What do you like to do when you're back home?
I would say I like to have some spare time with my family because like sometimes I have to work, sometimes I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on scheduled time. When you're scheduled, you have to work.
What do you do for work?
I work at a baseball stadium in New York.
Get out! What stadium?
Dark Stadium.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And it's my second year there.
Oh, what do you do there?
I check tickets for the suites and bars.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
So it's a terrific
Oh,
job.
that's got to be a fantastic job. There.
Yeah, it is.
And you get to see a lot of people.
It's a life-changing thing. It's always, you meet new people every time you go to work and see.
Oh,
and there's always a good-spirited system there. There's always.
I would like to give out a shout out to Brendan and Jen for doing a good job, and you for doing.
Hey, I'll take that. What about you, Nick? You want to shout out?
I'll give out a shout out to my family all over the country.
And I'll be one of those adventure seekers in a couple of months on the cruise.
Carl's a hardcore adventure seeker.
My name is Kennedy, and I am 21, and I have Williams syndrome.
And where are you from?
South Carolina.
And how many years have you been coming to Camp Blue Skies?
Twice. I had so much fun last time that I just thought it would be nice to come back and see everybody.
Nice. What's your favorite part about coming to camp?
Just hanging out with everybody.
Do you have a good cabin this year?
Yeah.
What do you like to do when you're back in South Carolina?
Well, I go to school, so I don't live in my hometown right now.
Oh, okay.
But
can you tell us where you go to school?
Winthrop University.
Are you studying anything specific there, or are you just
nutrition science?
Oh, how did you get interested in nutritional science?
Well, I wanted to pick something that was easy to get the hang of.
Sure, no, hey, there's nothing.
So I mean,
hey,
I felt like that one was the easiest one to get the hang of. So,
what do you like to do in your free time?
I go to Chick-fil-A with my boyfriend and hang out with my other friends.
All right, you want to give him a shout out? Say hi.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey. I'm also gonna say hi, honey. What else do you want people to know about you?
I want people to know that disabilities are not talked about very often, and people, think just because you have a disability that you can't do anything, so I want people to understand that when you do have a disability, you can do just the same amount of stuff that other people can do. So
okay, so my name is Caitlin, and I go to school at Georgia Southern. I'm one of the volunteers here for the week, and I am a senior biology major on the pre-med track.
Nice. Is this your first time sort of interacting with anybody with Williams syndrome?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
So how has this week sort of been for you?
Honestly, it's been very eye-opening. I would say for me, the biggest part that I enjoy is their personalities. How very, I would say, opening and inviting that they are.
Yeah.
They're very carefree. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And we get so caught up in trying to, I guess, be worried about what other people think of us and being self-conscious of things. They don't care about that. And that's one thing that really take away from this and to bring back into when I go back to my everyday routine. That's something I don't want to take back with me.
Did you have like an aha moment or anything while you were while you're here this week?
I say for me, when people hear the word disability and associate people with that, or look at anybody who kind of looks different from them, they automatically try and baby them or put them in a lower caste than other people. And that's really frustrating. So being here is like, just from the way of how we are in everyday life, it's natural to go into that moment. But once they started talking, it's like, oh, no, they're just like me, probably, if not smarter than me. They know things I don't know. And they're very courageous when we have done things throughout this week. And that was the reason I took initiative to do some things, because I'm like, okay, if they did it, maybe I should do it. Yeah. Maybe I should suck it up and do it. So that's one thing that I definitely took away from that.
My name is Jonathan. I was born in Chicago, raised in Georgia. I have Williams syndrome, and I live in Rome, Georgia, not Rome, Italy.
And how long have you been coming to camp?
5 years. I
got his 5-year pin. Yeah.
5 year pin.
I want you to tell people a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Matthew. I am a hockey player. I live in Cleveland, Ohio, a good city for hockey. I have Williams syndrome too. I love coming to Camp Blue Skies and knowing everybody else and meeting other people from other states and other parts of the world, and just enjoying a fabulous time here. Everybody's got to get a chance to come here once in a while.
How many times have you been to camp?
2 plus the one in North Carolina I went to.
Okay, well, what keeps you coming back to camp? Like,
the fun,
yeah.
The people I haven't seen for a couple of years, meeting other volunteers and talking to them, just enjoying a fun conversation of what life is all about, what Williams syndrome is all about. It's a good thing that people need to discover us. We are definitely unknown in this world. It is a good idea to tell people about your disability and what you have, and talk about the missing gene and what they can do to support people with Williams syndrome.
What keeps you coming back to camp?
Man, catching fish and not getting smacked in the face, and eating all the food. And
Nice.
Buffalo, New York, get ready. We're coming to your city in 2026. Yes.
What is your favorite activity that you've done here this week, John?
The archery. I shot a bullseye and did not mess with Robin Hood and me.
Doing pickleball. I've been doing it for 2 years.
Oh, nice.
I've been getting taught by professional pickleball players how to play with the rules of pickleball, the lines and what they mean and all that. It's just fun playing pickleball because it's the funnest sport you could ever do. And yes, I am definitely going to Buffalo, New York. I played in Buffalo, New York a couple of times. I love the city. I love the culture, and I love Niagara Falls. And I just can't wait to actually go back to Niagara Falls and do some fun times with WSA again.
Hi guys, well my name is Jacob Daniel Payne. I was born with Williams syndrome when I was a kid. I also have severe PTSD, severe swing moods, and severe trauma. And I want you guys to know it's okay to be different sometimes, because you can get through it and you can't, but a lot of times you can make it through. And I want to tell everybody in this world, no matter what anybody says to you, you're perfect the way you are, and don't let anybody bring you down. And for the boys that are out there, I got something for you. I got one thing to say. If you really hate other people, you should really hate yourself. And not call anybody any names or anything, because mostly people with special needs are more unique and more talented than you are. So if I were you, please keep your mouth shut and be nice to us, and have a nice day. Thank you.
Just keep your mouth shut. How many times have you been to camp?
This is my 3rd time here, and I love it because I have Joel as my counselor. And
have we been on the same cabin all 3 years?
Yeah. It's been awesome for the past 3 years, because I've been having him, and it's been a wonderful time at Camp Blue Skies. And I just want to say thanks to all the staff members and all the volunteers here, because without Camp Blue Skies, there wouldn't be a good camp as a camp for Williams syndrome people, and we love to hear it.
So, what do you like to do when you're back home, when you're not here at camp?
That's actually a good question. I like to travel a lot. I go from Maryland to North Carolina. I pretty much hit every state besides the West Coast. I usually stay where my areas are. So I'm from Maryland. So right next to Maryland is Virginia, and then it's Delaware, and then it's Pennsylvania. So it's kind of a little confusing at first, but where I'm from is awesome. I live with my mom and dad. I live in a huge farm. I do pretty much all the farm work by myself. Anybody out there that need help farming, give me a call.
And you also have a job too.
Yes, I do.
Not that farming's not a job, and doing all the farm work is not a job. Obviously, that's a huge job.
It's huge.
But you like to tell people a little bit about what you do for income.
So for my income, I work for a family-owned restaurant or family-owned grocery store. They're actually from Rochester, New York. They brought me in December about 13 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first started. I'm like a helping hands team leader, and I'm also a maintenance helper. So if you're looking for a job that has good benefits, that has good like, I don't know how to say it. It's like,
well, good environment.
Yeah.
Like good people who treat you fairly.
Yeah. And I love where I am because I know who I can go to and who I can't. And for me, it's a lot easier just to be me because I know all the customers that come and go. And most of the time, when I start, they come in and they don't leave until I leave. And that's the funniest part about my job is I can see all the Instacart shoppers shop around the whole entire store, not knowing where everything is. And I'm just like, if y'all need help, like, let me know because I'm the man of this place. So yeah, I love it where I am, and I hope you guys enjoy your night. And it's Friday night, and we're about to.
It's Saturday night.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
it's
Saturday night, baby.
Oh, it is Saturday night. So tonight is the last night of Camp Blue Skies. If you haven't been to Camp Blue Skies before, I recommend coming here. Oh yeah, and another thing, if you haven't been to AMC, American Country Music in Nashville, you actually have to be qualified to actually join that group. It's a very challenging group to be in, I must say that, but everybody that goes to that camp is wonderful, and I got to meet some awesome country stars that I never met before, and I actually got to sing on the Grand Ole Opry with them.
All right, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
I appreciate him because he's my favorite guy here.
The last time we saw Cameron was in our live episode down in Florida.
Yes.
Yeah. So reintroduce yourself to the people. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Cameron Sindel. I live in Orlando, Florida. I'm originally from Gloucester, Virginia, which is a big state, and we do a lot of fun things in Virginia.
How many years have you been coming to camp?
2 years.
2 years. And what made you want to come back?
I like the staff. I love the people here. It's been a blessing to have this because nobody told me about this. I was shocked that Blue Sky reached out to me and called me and asked me if I wanted to come to camp.
Oh, that's
for
awesome.
my first time. And I said yes. And I didn't say no because usually I'm always doing something else. Like I've been to thousands of camps. Like different camps in Virginia, this and that, back and forth.
What was your favorite thing you did this week?
Ziplining.
Zipline. What do you like to do when you are back home and when you're back down in Florida?
Well, watch YouTube, listen to the police scanner.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you would mention. Yeah, so Cameron sits there and he listens to the police scanner and listens to things that are going on, and occasionally you hear like, you know, an engine in the background.
Yes.
Or so, you know, you hear some stuff going on. Talk a little bit more about that. Like what is it that what is it that you're listening for when you're listening to the police scanner?
So sometimes I listen for if they have a structure fire, like around Orlando, and I can tell which way they're going because the repeater goes off and it will tell you which way the fire engines are going around town. and it always busy a lot.
So when you're listening to it, are you like picturing what's going on in your head?
Yes.
Oh, that's not, so you have like this whole movie going on.
Yes.
While you're listening to the police scanner. That's cool.
Yes.
Like, now, you do work with the fire department?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
My uncle's the fire chief. We get to go to different firehouses a lot of times.
So
I would like to shout out to my family in North Carolina, Dean Cook, Glenda Cook. Hope you guys are doing great. And I love you guys for everything you guys do for the fire department. It's pretty cool.
Chase, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell people a little bit about yourself.
I have Williams syndrome. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been coming to camp for 5 years.
What keeps you coming back to camp?
Counselors and the staff. Without them, I wouldn't be able to come to camp.
What sort of things do you like to do while you're here? Like, what are your favorite activities?
Socialize.
Yeah.
Get to do new things.
Well, let's get real for a little bit. Like, how is it when, like, you're socializing, you're going around, and things maybe don't go as you planned or as you thought they were going to go? How do you get through that?
If I get mad, what I should do is either come to a cabin counselor or one of the staff members and tell them what's going on and tell them how I'm feeling.
What does anger look like for you, or frustration look like for you? Like,
I just say stupid stuff and just words come out of my mouth that shouldn't come out of my mouth. And sometimes I say them, and sometimes that when I say them, I don't mean them.
Thank you for sharing that. So what is it that you like to do when you're hanging out, when you're on your own, when you're like in your free time?
Hang out with friends and just go places.
What kind of places do you like to go hang out at?
Bowling alleys.
Hey, nice.
Fire stations.
Yeah. Now, do you work for a fire station? Do you volunteer?
No,
with
I just go visit. I
Visit?
have friends that work for them, and I get a ride on the fire truck like maybe twice a year. So I get a go and
Yeah, because you got buddies, they know you there. Yeah, because you're curious. Because
so you want to hear something cool?
Always.
So I'm the only one that they know that is allowed to ride with them, because if people don't know the people, then they can't ride, because I know people and they know me, so I can work things out with them and they can set it up and then.
Yeah, you put in the time.
Yeah.
You put in the time to get to know them, for them to get to know you. You talked with them. You showed yourself to be trustworthy. That's a big part. I would think that would be maybe the biggest part about being on getting to ride on a fire truck, is they got to know that, okay, if we're going to let Chase on here, he ain't going to be pressing any buttons he's not supposed to be pressing.
No, I sit in the back.
Okay.
Sometimes they would let me sit up front and press the little round circle, the air horn.
Sure, yeah.
Or the siren.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell the people?
It's okay to be angry sometimes.
Absolutely, it is.
If you're angry, there's things you could do. You could walk away, talk to a cabin counselor, have downtime to yourself.
Yeah.
And then just...
you've been listening to music a lot this week when things have been getting a little intense. You go and listen to music. I think that's a brilliant way to handle this stuff.
Like, I want to be in my zone. Like, when I get angry, I just want to be by myself, nobody around, have my headphones in, listen to music, and then just zone away.
All right, yeah. All right, it's starting to get a little crazy in here, so I'm going to sign off with Chase. Thank you, Camp Blue Skies.
Thank you, Camp Blue Skies, for letting me come to camp this week. I love y'all so much.
Take care, buddy.
This has been the Starry-Eyed Podcast, presented by the Williams Syndrome Association. The show is hosted by Jennifer Keaton and Brendan Lemieux, and produced by me, Joel Listman. Theme song by Tommy Barbarella and Mariella Elm. Got a question for the show? Email us at podcast@williams-syndrome.org or message us at the Starry-Eyed Podcast page on Facebook. Video version of the podcast available on the Williams Syndrome Association channel on YouTube or on Facebook. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or comment on the video version, and maybe it will be featured on a future episode. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Starry-Eyed Podcast wherever you get your podcast delights.